Hello everyone, welcome to this new series where we'll be covering the latest Terraria news as Relogic presents it to us. Let's get right into it. If you don't already know, Relogic posts a monthly newsletter on the Terraria forums every month called The State of the Game, which is a great way for Terraria fans to know what's going on logistically with the game. If you want to stay on top of Terraria news and see some funny Terraria content, feel free to subscribe. Now let's get into the main topic of this video. What does the future hold for Terraria? Let's look at the opening paragraph. Greetings, Terrarians. The team is back in action after a well-needed break over the month of December. Work on Terraria 1.4.5 is in full swing, however most of the new stuff that is planned is not ready to be shown. If you didn't already know, 1.4.5 is planned to be yet another crossover update with the game Dead Cells. Dead Cells is a fantastic Metroidvania roguelike, and if you enjoy action hack-and-slash games with satisfying movement and combat, I highly recommend this game. So similarly to the 1.4.3 crossover update with Don't Starve Together, we can expect to see all kinds of content related to this crossover in the coming future. They go on to assure us that the development for 1.4.5 is underway, saying that after their break, Relogic is ready to work on 1.4.5, and they're setting the scope for this update and getting things moving. The initial paragraph goes on to say that 2023 is going to be a big year for Terraria, and they're anticipating 2023 to be the year that Terraria finally gets crossplay compatibility. I think a ton of Terraria fans are going to be super excited about this. I know I am, and I think it's probably the most important thing in this entire update. Personally, I believe that as development continues across all platforms for Terraria, it'll become harder for all these teams to close the parity gap. I've been a part of the Terraria community for 10 years, and I have to say, the frustration with the parity gap is so real. I started playing Terraria on my Xbox 360 back in 2013 when the game first came out on console, and I remember playing it for so long, and then eventually I ended up buying the PC version, but I never really got into the PC version because I had sunk a lot of time into the console version. But eventually I saw that Terraria was getting a new major update, which was the 1.3 update, so I migrated over to my PC version, and then I never went back to the Xbox 360 version because it didn't even get the 1.3 update. Not to mention, 1.3 didn't even release on Xbox One until 2018, which was almost 3 years after the update came out. Needless to say, I understand the frustration with the parity, and it looks like DR Studios, which is the studio in charge of the console and mobile ports now, is actually very excited to be working on crossplay, and that's good to see because one day we might actually all be able to play the same version of Terraria across every platform together. So that's super exciting. They also dedicate a portion of this update to promoting the Terraria merchandise hub where you can buy all kinds of Terraria merch like stickers, shirts, and plushes. I have a King Slime plush, and I have to say it's super nice, it's very well made, and if you're even thinking about buying one of these, I would say it's worth it. They also mentioned the Terraria graphic novel series, and that many of the orders are being shipped out after delays in late 2022. I gotta say that graphic novels look really awesome. I haven't had a chance to read them personally, but the illustrations look amazing, and the book itself only costs $5. They seem to keep these things in stock, so if you're really into Terraria and or graphic novels, I would say definitely at least check them out. The Team Modloader team also got in a word in this update, essentially sharing that they are nearly ready to give modders access to 1.4.4 modding tools to allow them to port their mods to the current version and report any bugs. Finally, they added a small plug for the Terraria Discord at the end, toting a server-wide meme contest, and the winners should be or have since been announced by the time this video goes up. With all that said, that brings us to the end of the State of the Game post. I have to say that I'm absolutely stoked to hear that they are going to give it their all when it comes to making crossplay work, as I know many people who don't own a PC or would prefer to play on console. The proposition of being able to play with them no matter how they play is absolutely mind-boggling. And like I said before, the Dead Cells crossover looks extremely promising as well. Let us know in the comments what you're most excited about for the future of Terraria. And if you thought this coverage was helpful, show us that you want more by liking and subscribing. Thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for more Terraria videos.